Introduce our players in the lower left hand corner of the map. We have our blue Protoss player from Cascade. It's Adonminus. And in the upper right hand corner of the map from mYinsanity, it's Serral. So yeah, Secret Spring, a map where we've seen a lot of weird different things already kind of happening on a gold basis are common. Protoss players seem to like being aggressive. I mean, the third base is not really brilliant to take as a as a Zerg player. If you guys didn't see Axiom Acer versus Root the other day, I highly advise you go watch the match, which was on Secret Spring, because it was pretty entertaining. It's probably the map of the series probably. It was very, very entertaining. I think it was game number 6. It must have been game number 6. So if you guys want to go check that, please do. It was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was some very interesting builds from a certain Zerg player on Root. As early on here, so I'm just sending out some overlords, and not too much really going on. Just gateway expansion now from Adonminus. Just gonna be a bit of a slow start to this PVZ, I suppose. And I guess let's do a quick few Twitch shoutouts then, as we have a little bit of downtime at the start of this, unless something really exciting is about to suddenly happen. Maybe? No, just spawning. I mean, it's a hatchery first into a gas, which is kind of interesting, I suppose. We'll have his speed very, very quickly from here, so it will be quite nice against any kind of gateway aggression, or anything you need to make Zerglings against, so any kind of aggression basically. We'll give him some nice map control, and he may very well use that to maybe open up these rocks down. There they are. Down to the south or up to the north, take them down early on and open up some extra attack paths for him. Could be very useful for the Zerg as the game goes on. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what he wants to do with this early gas. As just a zealot on the way out, just actually popped out there from that gateway. Oh no, sorry, just cancelled. So you can start this next. Just see the need for the zealot. So just a classic zealot cancel. And mothership core now on the way. We'll start very soon as well. And second assimilator just going down here for now. So not really all too much is again taking place. Just a bit of a slow start here on Secret Spring. No early pools or anything, as I've actually seen a couple of Zerg players try. I think Ret versus Majestic the other day in my StarCraft arena. Ret went for a 6 pool on this map, and Majestic actually scouted it and still managed to take a lot of damage. It was a bit of a questionable way to defend. He had it on a wall of gateways at his ramp. Like he had it on he had a gateway wall, and then he added on more gateways. And he just didn't make a Cybernetic core, which is to me questionable, because just get a mothership core out and you win. But yeah, kind of interesting. So yeah, no early pools or anything. A very quick robo facility though from Adonminus, and Adonminus is a player who in PvZ in the past has definitely been a big fan favourite of Immortal Sentry attacks. He we've also seen him. I don't know if you guys remember. Can't remember which DreamHack it was, but he beat Golden in the I think it was in the round of 16. He moved on to play Patience in the round of 8. It was very, very cool. He played this kind of Immortal Warpism style where he picked up 2 Immortals and went harassing with them, and then at like 13-14 minutes he went across the map with kind of like 5 Immortals to finish him off with an all-in. Third base is going to be coming down here from Serral, so he's going to just be happy going up to the 3 bases here, despite the fact we are kind of looking at a situation which is kind of weird on this map to defend the third base on. Again, it's very far away from your natural. If you zoom out, you can see it's kind of like an entire screen away. Well, not only a width of the screen, but still, it's pretty far away. Kind of hurts the Protoss player more than anything. And I mean, even if it's still positioned kind of between the if you position your army between the natural and the third, it's still quite an open position, and you have to be very careful. So you have to be very on top of your toes. Third base is not really going to matter in the long run here, I don't think, for Adonminus, because well, he is making an Immortal, and this is something Serral is able to scout straight away. So very surprised that Adonminus didn't have a Stalker in position to deny that. Looks as though he just kind of guessed wrong in terms of where that Overlord is going to come in from. First Immortal out here already, and again, it's going to look to hit fairly quickly. But he still hasn't added on his extra gateways yet. There we go, 2 extra gateways being added on. We'll watch to see the rest of them add on as time goes by here. Road Run is coming up for Serral, as you see there, about halfway done as well. And the third base, which we were talking about a little bit earlier, is about to complete too. So not really, again, too much to say until well, there we go, Warpism coming up. So maybe this is this Warpism play where he just kind of drops the Mortals around, tries to do some damage with them while building up a bigger army and then moving across the map a little bit later than you might usually expect. So, Warpism pops out, and there's another Immortal on the way. So, I mean, in the long run here, this will just turn into an Immortal Sentry base all in. As some servants is going to take down these rocks on the low ground. Some crypts are looking pretty good, actually. Looking good to, you know, not only come through the middle of the map, but also connect up towards this third base. Warpism can actually be spotted by this crypt tumor. As the rocks have been taken down as well, so that's something which Serral has done to help himself defensively. There's a couple of roaches on the way now, and they will be picked off pretty swiftly by these Immortals. But again, only taking shields off the Immortals, and again, just abusive positioning here by Adonminus. Looking to try and do as much damage as he can already, picking up quite a few units here for free. More Mortals continue to come up in production at home, as okay, he actually made an observer so this can stop an Immortal, right? Because he definitely went into another Immortal straight away pretty quickly. And again, just control here, being pretty annoying. As Serral's all the way up to 63 drones. He's about to get Hydras out here. As Hydra just finishing up. And that's pretty nice in the long. I mean, Hydras are really great against an Immortal Sentry all in, if you can get enough of them and if you can have enough stuff in front of them. So it's always kind of a bit of a danger, you know, are you going to be able to get enough out without just, you know, because you're teching, right? You're teching in the face of an all-in. So the question is, can you get your tech out in time and enough of the tech to justify, you know, spending your money on teching instead of just making pure units to try and hold it up. 6 Hydras on the way, so I think he's going to have a pretty decent number of Hydras by the time Adonminus decides to move across here, but at the same time, Adonminus doing some good damage himself. He kills off a gas guys over here. I mean, already resources, I've lost 700 resources to, well, to absolutely none, and gets caught a little bit there, so has to wait a little bit more until his shields recharge before you can continue this, and we'll actually maybe just drop down on the side, and whoa! Maybe not expecting us to be able to reach through there. We'll take down this creature area as well. And we'll start to make his way through these rocks. So again, he has got this army back at home. 4 more, you know, overall it's 4 mortars, about to be 5. Bunch of sentries. And I think he's getting ready to the point where it's going to be time to go. So when he's sitting about 20 supply behind his opponent, again, Serral's been on 63 drones for a long time, and I sort of feel in some sense, in some way, being on a high drone count early is basically the best way to deal with this, because it's a delayed all-in. It doesn't hit super fast as well. Just goes down, and that is absolutely huge. That means no warpins for quite a while here for Adonminus. He has no way to kind of really reinforce this, as his own force field stopping him from actually moving forwards here. Gonna have to wait for a Warpism. He is gonna warp in a few more Stalkers back at home. He's trying to move through this little choke point. A couple of force fields coming down to zone out a few of these Hydras on the top side. First of all, in the front is gonna get picked off here fairly easily. A couple of time warps come down, and well, for now, Adonminus just keeps on moving forwards as a couple more units get caught in the last couple of force fields there. Another Warpism on the way as reinforcements come across here. There is a power beam in the middle of the map to help with reinforcements, but the lack of a Warpism doesn't only stop the warpins, it also stops him being able to save Immortals, picking them up when they're on low HP. And look at this, Serral just has so much DPS on these Hydras. He's taking down a lot of units here, but there's still a big backbone to this army as the reinforcements come in. There's still 3 Immortals behind all of this, but it's just going to be purely Hydra from this point. So he needs to get some Zealots out to kind of deal with these Zerglings, I think, and that's what he's going to warp in next, as these Zerglings are going to try catch another Immortal, and he will get it. So just 2 Immortals left here, and this has been a pretty good defense so far, I feel, from Serral, but is he going a bit too far forwards trying to take down this pylon? There's another Immortal on the way in production, and another Stalker got there as well. These Hydras just kiting backwards and forwards. Groove Spines is finished, giving them that extra point of range. And, well, hopefully the mic's better now, as Serral pushes up here. Some no high ground vision though, so these Immortals are doing quite a bit of damage as finally a shot goes off. He's going to start picking away at this Cybernex core as well, and Cybernex core will fall. So only really Zealot's going to be able to be warped in now. A Robo Bay on the way for Adonminus, but I just don't think he's really going to have time to get Colossus out. He's getting a second Robo facility too to try and go into double Colossus production, but he doesn't really have the money to do it. He just doesn't really have any gas at all. He's only on 2 bases, remember guys, so only on 4 gases. Warpism going to come along the top side of the map and try and do a little bit of harassment here. Serral just sits in a concave on the bottom of Adonminus' main base, stopping him from moving out here. And things not looking good for Cascade right now. Serral looking as though he's in a pretty prime spot to clinch this first victory here for mYinsanity as they begin their SC2 Improved Team League Season 4 campaign. Nice snipe on the Queen, going to be able to block that in. Doesn't actually quite get it onto the top side, but Queen stops to inject anyways. And Serral's doing an okay job here, actually forcing the army to turn back around, and the army will come back here for Serral. So good little bit of harassment, and again buying him some time to get Colossi out if that's what he really wants to do, which it is. I mean, one Colossus on the way, second Colossus starts as well, so he's just going to try and put absolutely everything he can into this. As a fourth base starts for Serral as well, so I mean, he's just going to continue extending his advantages, extending his lead. As going to move back through the middle of the map, dealt with that harassment, and well, I mean, there's War Prism still on the map here, but I guess he has some side defense now, so it'll be a little bit easier to deal with. And I guess reinforcements coming out will be able to help as well. As Adonminus, he moves out into the open here. Let's be a little bit careful. No thermal lance, by the way. He's putting literally everything he can into production. Contaminate on that rubber facility has delayed the second Colossus, and that will delay Adonminus's push here just a little bit. He's only 20 supply down in terms of army, and there are no upgrades from either player either. As he needs to be very careful. He sees this army. Needs to not just walk into that. As another Contaminate comes down. This second Colossus has been delayed for so long. How many Overseers are there? Is he just going to continuously contaminate? Does he have enough energy? I don't think he has enough energy to keep doing it. So Adonminus, I mean, he really wants this second Colossus. You can see this is what he is waiting for. Is he going to try and make a third base? I don't think so. I think he's just pulling the probe to get a pylon down to reinforce with. Despite the War Prism being somewhere. Where's the War Prism gone? War Prism... Oh, it's been killed, sorry. We missed it. We missed the War Prism dying. As rocks are going to get taken down here. Delay Adonminus by even longer. And Serral just really, really extending the amount of time he has to prepare for this. Even building Spankles now. Some Vipers are on the way up as well. We missed the Hive coming up in production. So Hive is here, and I mean, with Vipers being added on as well, there's no way Adonminus is really going to be able to do anything here. Counter attack of Roaches is not quite going to be able to grab that Colossus because Warping Azalts comes in front of it. Again, Adonminus is really going to start running in and out of minerals here as soon as a couple more Zealots get warped in to block these Roaches. And, yeah, these Roaches are going to start getting taken down. Well, they're actually going to start getting some damage because Adonminus isn't moving enough of his units forward. The Roaches will target the units instead of the workers, so not too much damage done. As Overseer's coming in here once again. Vipers are about to finish, so not done just yet, as here we go. Force Field's coming down. Again, these Colossi do not have extended thermal lance. They can only do so much. A couple of Vipers start to fly in. They actually already have energy for Abducts. Abducts come down. These two Colossi are going to get targeted here pretty quickly. As he's still pushing forwards. He's still just trying to do whatever he can. A row of changelings in the back. This Colossus actually survives. With 27 Roaches on the Remax here. It's just going to be pure units to be able to try and finish this off for Serral. I don't see any reason he wouldn't be able to. I mean, there's just nothing really here anymore for Adonminus. He's run out of steam. He ran out of steam quite some time ago, really. Just tried to stick around to, you know, again, just tried to play this out, but it's just not going to be enough. And might even just abduct the Colossi into the Spankles here. These Spankles buying him some time, and there we go. Abduct into the Roaches. Abduct the Immortal as well. And again, there's nothing left as the last Immortal goes down. Two more actually pop out. They came from the other side of the map, but now the Roaches have closed the distance. There's no sentries to stop them doing this, and the Immortals will fall. And Serral will close out the second match of the SC2 Improved Team League Season 4 with a win for mYinsanity. Again, a big storyline here because Cascade and mYinsanity are probably